13 people in a narrow cave, till 18 days. How much chances of their survival can be? You all will answer almost 0% if there isn't any supernatural power in the frame. In Tham Luang cave, 12 young wild boars teammates plus their assistant coach had been trapped. How were they saved? Do you all adventurous pals want to learn the matter completely? Don't worry, that's why we are here again on Cave Hazards. Today, we are going to talk about the world's most heroic cave dive rescue, Roger Corser. This guy is multi-talented. He's skilled enough to use a syringe, amputate a limb, and extricate a corpse from a vehicle. And that's what makes him a guardian angel and a superhero. In the new limited series Thai Cave Rescue on Netflix, he plays the role of Australian cave diving hero and anesthesiologist Dr. Richard "Harry" Harris. In this role, he adds cave diver to his already impressive list of occupations. In 2018, Harris and his Australian diving partner, Dr. Craig Challen, were instrumental in the rescue of 12 teenage wild boars players and their assistant coach from the flooded Tham Luang cave system in northern Thailand. The cave system is located in Chiang province. For 18 days, the whole globe watched a real-life drama that seemed to be heading in the wrong direction: the rescue. In an effort to get oxygen into the cave, a former member of the Thai Navy SEAL team perished. The boys would need to be drugged so they wouldn't panic in the dark, narrow corridors. Thus, a multinational rescue team was formed. The British rescue crew included people like Harris and Challen, a veteran veterinarian who worked miracles over the course of 3 days to help save the group. The arrival of Hollywood was swift. In 2019, audiences could see the Irish and Thai co-production of The Cave, and in 2021, they could watch the documentary The Rescue. The star-studded Ron Howard picture 13 Lives premiered in August. It was shot mostly in Queensland and starred Joel Edgerton as Harris, although Challen was left out. Here we have Thai Cave Rescue, which positions itself as the most genuine of the bunch. SK Global Entertainment and Netflix's production is the first and only one to be granted exclusive and lifelong rights to direct communication with the 12 youngsters and their soccer coach by the military government of Thailand. The agreement guaranteed the 13 survivors around $120,000 apiece. The majority of the cast is Thai, and the show is dubbed in Thai. It was co-directed by John M. Chu, who filmed Crazy Rich Asians, and Natawat Poonpuriya, a Thai filmmaker. The cave's entrance was used for filming, which took place roughly 40 minutes outside of Chiang Rai in the north of Thailand, while the cave's interior was digitally mapped and then recreated on a sound stage. There is a high degree of realism since the actual residences of the wild boars were utilized as shooting locations, and artifacts from the rescue operation are shown in the show. And perhaps most remarkably, Harris later came back to Chiang Rai to serve as a stuntman for Corser and as an advisor. It gets better. Harris had Corser on his list of ideal performers to portray him. Reading Harris and Challen's Against All Odds helped Corser prepare for the part since it highlighted Harris' worry that he was too unfit at the time to perform the rescue, at least temporarily. This made Corser feel at ease. Corser estimates his weight to be in the upper 80s of kg. And by the sound of things, Harry weighed in at about 100 kilograms at the time the book was written. This, I reasoned, would not affect me. I can just show up there, eat some rice and beer from Singa, and skip the workout. The next thing you know, he shows up having shed approximately 20 kg and seeming to be in his early 80s. He's making a fool of me, making it appear like my diving double doesn't match because he's too fit. Therefore, I was dissatisfied with it. Corser and Harris were roommates for approximately a week, during which time the former was grilling the latter for details about the rescue. He's a wonderful human being, adds Corser of Harris. He's a really bright guy who's good at a lot of different things. This also applies to Corser. Even if he jokes that he's brilliant at faking, he's grossly underselling his abilities. He's not a scenery chewer, and it lends credibility to his performances. He never gains or loses weight, never gets a rubber nose or jowls, and never looks older than he is. Aside from maybe a few buzz cuts, he's probably had the same hairstyle for the last 22 years he's been in the movie business. What he does is irrelevant because you accept his justifications. To Harris, who is uncertain about whether or not he can save the boys, he lends the same level of credibility. Damon Harriman's Challen is the more vocal of the two characters, yet it's Harris who states, "I don't move without Craig." Even before they got to the cave diving sequences, both performers spent a lot of time in the water. When shooting near the cave entrance, rain machines were used to simulate the monsoon weather, and the players had to wallow through puddles as they moved back and forth. Soaked to the skin, you'd do your scenes, as Corser puts it. If you're not soaked through your wetsuit, you're soaked through your street clothes. After a few days, I figured out that it would be wise to carry an extra set of underpants to the office. Corser also practiced the logistics of cave diving in a 25-meter pool, swimming under trestle tables that simulated the cave's tight confines, and learning how to carry the air tanks. Divers don't wear the oxygen tanks on their backs, but rather under each arm, allowing them to unclip the tanks and maneuver them with ease through narrow passages. Then, on the last 2 days of shooting, when the rest of the team had already begun the wrap party, Corser was thrown into the deep end. The final of the diving sequences was filmed with a female stunt diver attached to his chest. Women divers were utilized since their body size was closest to that of the little boys. "Give it everything to me," I pleaded. "I don't care what it is, I simply want to do it. They trained me, so I don't want a stuntman to do it," Corser recalled. To paraphrase, "I've got a tank full of air, what could possibly go wrong?" The underwater caves and caverns were created by lowering rock faces from above into the open-air tank used to shoot the diving sequences, and then maneuvering them into place. Massive jets were installed to simulate the swift currents within the cave, and dirt was dumped into the tank to obscure the view. Corser and his female duplicate were then wedged between the fictitious cliffs, forcing the actor to swim to safety. Not only that, but there were moments when he'd have to stay below for up to 15 minutes as the team corrected camera difficulties, with just a speaker telling him to hang tight. "We'll be back in 15 minutes. Is he frightened? The folks around me had my full trust. It was a great time overall. It's like a child messing about. Actors just play pretend all day long," he explains. What it did do, however, was to give you a sense of what it was like to be 2.5 kilometers deep into a mountain. In the event of a crisis, it would be impossible to simply break through those stone barriers. Obviously, we had to fudge a little bit for the TV show. In the actual world, the color of the water was closer to coffee, and in ours, they sometimes threw a tiny amount of sediment into it to emphasize the dirt. But if we'd left it the way it was, you wouldn't have been able to make out a thing. So, here we are done with this video. Let us know in the comment box what you all think about it. I hope you all found the video exciting. If yes, do like and share with your friends. Also, subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to get a notification of all our latest videos. Thanks for watching.